Hey, what's up guys? How we doing? Welcome to Chris Notes, the Thursday version. I got some updates for you guys. I'm going to run through it pretty quickly. I'm not going to break it down into too much detail, but I'll get you set up for this weekend. The final round of Supercross, Monster Energy Supercross, is this weekend in Salt Lake City. Eli Tomac won't be there. He's your champion. He's your 2022 champion. He has clinched it a race early, but he's going to sit out. He tweaked his knee at the Atlanta Supercross in the heat race. He caught it, and my buddy Johnny Hopper has freeze framed it and got it right where he just tweaked it. Listen, this is just me from the couch playing doctor, looks like an MCL injury. The thing I know about MCL injuries, that happens to be the one ligament in your knee that with rest will heal on its own. I would think he'll be fine for the outdoors, but I don't know, he is 29, and that's the one thing about when you get a little bit older, is your body doesn't handle injuries as well as, like how Chase Sexton just handles them because he's 22. It starts to change, and your tendons don't become quite as pliable. They don't heal quite as fast. So that'll be something to watch. I would be disappointed if he doesn't race outdoors, especially since Ryan Dungey's coming back. That's going to be awesome. Antonio Caroli's coming over for a couple rounds. But right now, the guy in Supercross who is the guy to watch, Jason Anderson. He's absolutely the man. He is the guy that is winning the most races. And Siri started talking to me for no reason. Sorry about that, guys. I got my notes on here, and I was like, where's it coming from? But yeah, Siri. So back to Jason Anderson. He is the best guy since he's got onto this little win streak since Atlanta. Atlanta is pretty much where he's taken over. Ironically, that's where Tomac got hurt. But I really, really wish, and Anderson set him up. He set himself up for this by taking people out and riding the way he rides, for Malcolm to do the stupid ass move that he did on him at Daytona. That sucked. It really did, because now Malcolm didn't get that elusive win. He still needs a win so bad. Like, and that's him, and he's in third in the series. And I would go as far as to venture, this series was the one where he was supposed to get that first win. We didn't expect championship, but we did expect a win out of Malcolm. And anything less than winning at Salt Lake, and I would say this season's a failure. I don't know what else to say. He's supposed to win races. He didn't win. He threw away opportunities to settle grudges. It's disappointing, to say the least. Barcia. He is so good, but he's perfect. He's not too good, so we're all expecting him to win and disappointed and questioning him like we question Roczen. He's just good enough to keep his ride, but not good enough to have us asking if he's going to win races. It's perfect. It's brilliant. Like, it keeps him employed for the longest amount of time. And yeah, he's just going to settle in, take third in this series, maybe win the opener next year, but he'll be in that contendership. And if he doesn't win, we're not mad. We're not like, oh my gosh, what happened to Barcia? Because we don't expect that from him. Maybe we should, but it is what it is. Marvin Musquin, he is in fourth place in this series. Enjoy Marvin this weekend. I've got word that it's his last race. David Villeman confirmed that on his Instagram by saying final practice session ever, and just kind of led up to it. So let's take a second and just appreciate how good Marvin has been for a long time now. He's a bad dude, and it's embarrassing that there's not more people out there looking to hire him and pay him what he wants to go riding. But hey, thank you, Marvin. I appreciate it. Marvin's been one of the most unique guys. His podium speeches where he just keeps babbling, they're awesome. And he's one of the nicest guys off the track. On the track, he's one of the only guys to ever put it to Eli Tomac, straight up beat him, and also straight up clean him out. So yeah, just I'm going to miss Marvin when he's gone. Sexton, not a whole lot to gain. All he needs to do this weekend in Salt Lake is just kind of get through the weekend. You're not going to win. If he wins the race, everyone will be happy, but it's not that big of a deal. He already got a race win this year. He got that monkey off his back, unlike Malcolm. Malcolm still has that on his back, and he's got to get a win. Malcolm does. Sexton's fine. He can just, whatever he does, it doesn't matter as long as he keeps it, as long as he stays healthy. They're going to be looking for him for outdoors, and it's going to kind of reset, and he'll be he gets a chance to run at a title again. Cooper Webb. Looks like he's going to be a Supercross only guy from now on. He is not riding outdoors. I would imagine since he's not riding outdoors, he has to show up at Salt Lake and put in a good effort. But he has not agreed with that bike, the training situation where he started off on his own program and now he's back at the Alden. So looks like he's signing for Supercross only next year. I don't know how long that deal will be, but yeah. Yeah, interesting that he's Supercross only. Justin Brayton. This is also his farewell ride. This will be his last season. Keep in mind, when these guys retire, they're like prize fighters. They can unretire at any moment, and we won't care. We'll welcome them right back. But he's saying he's done. He's 38 years old. I would assume that's probably the end of the line. I wouldn't be shocked if we see him at World Supercross or some of the other stuff just making money. Because if he can still make money off his name, why not? But think about this. We're heading into the final round, and these are the guys that aren't there. Eli Tomac, Ken Roxon, Adam Cincerillo, Aaron Plessinger, Dylan Ferrandis, Dean Wilson, Shane McElrath, Joey Savacci, Max Anstey. And everyone's like, oh, well, I've heard some people say, oh, just some years are bad, some years aren't. That is the most ignorant statement I've ever heard. Okay, first off, things aren't the same, and it's not like the two-stroke era when dudes had twisted knees and torn ankles. Yes, we still had seasons when a lot of guys got hurt, but to not actually step back and take a look at it, that's just dumb to me. Like, the bikes are faster. The guys are pushing harder. They're going longer. These are things to look at as to why these riders are injured. It's not just, oh, shucks, this is just one of those years. One of those years, if you hear anyone else say that, they're dumb and they're not paying attention or they don't care. One of the two. So, yes, we need to take a look at the way they'll build the tracks, tires, safety equipment. It's progression of the sport. Get these stupid tough blocks off the track. Think about this. A tough block is what, 20 inches? So you're taking up 20 inches on each side of the track. So you've just narrowed the track considerably by putting those stupid tough blocks on there. Can we at least get maybe an angled banner or something flat just to hold up there? And then can we get some more nets? These guys are going so much faster. I'm worried about guys crossing lanes, and it hasn't happened, luckily. But if we have two guys come across and head-on collision, it could be catastrophic. Nobody wants to see that. But it can be prevented ahead of time by just throwing up a couple extra nets. Yes, they cost money, but there is plenty of money around to handle that. All right, guys, we got the final East-West shootout for Supercross in the 250 class. The big storyline coming in is, can Christian Craig finally close out this championship? He could have got it done last week in Colorado, but he had to beat Hunter Lawrence and get a 3-point gap in between them. He didn't do it. He essentially, I don't want to say choked, but he choked. And now he has to get 14th or better to win this weekend. I think he can do it. I mean, and I don't expect him to go in there and go for the win. He needs to close this championship out. He's going to the 450 class next year for Rockstar Husqvarna. So it's his last shot at this title. He's got to get it. I don't care if he finishes 14th, 12th, whatever. He needs to go out there, do whatever it takes to get the championship. I've heard some people say, oh, well, maybe Jet's going to take him out and help Hunter win the title. No, he's not. They're not going to do that. Because you'd have to take him out, park on his bike, and stand there for about 10 minutes. Because there's no chance Christian Craig could be down in the first turn and he's going to get better than 14th. I mean, he'll probably make the podium if he's down in the first turn. That's how good he's been this year. So any tactics like that, it's just not going to happen. I look for Jet and Hunter to just race and race clean. Probably both end up on the podium. But my wild card pick for this weekend is the man, Michael Mosman, the guy I affectionately call Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, that serial killer is going to be top of the field. He's been so fast this year. He wants to win really, really bad. He's in full send mode, and I got a feeling that this East-West shootout, he really wants to go out with a bang. And you know, I jokingly call him Dahmer. It's just because he's so nice that I feel like he's a serial killer, because he's such a nice kid. He's probably just that nice, and I'm just a dick. So anyway, that's it. Outdoor Nationals in a couple weeks at Paula, where guys race for free. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see Dungy coming out of retirement, Caroli coming over. Please do not let MX Sports and Mike Pelletier off the hook. They are what they're doing to Bobrichev is disheartening. This guy should be able to race. It's just disgusting that they're not letting him race. I believe it's M Pelletier at AMA. I'll try and get his email and put it on there. I've been polite about it, and I haven't done that because I didn't want them to just have their email blown up. But they're not. They're just. I don't know why they're not doing this. It's so stupid. His wife is half Ukrainian. He raced on a Russian license, but he's lived in the Netherlands for 15 years. Wrong statement, people. Wrong statement. It's wrong, and let's fix this before it's too late. We still have time. But yeah, and then don't forget to subscribe. I don't want to be that guy, but if you subscribe, it helps the algorithm. More people see the videos. I can do more videos. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And I also try to respond to all your comments. So share your feelings with me, right, wrong, or indifferent, and I will respond. And yeah, I like to learn some stuff, so enlighten me. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend and enjoy Salt Lake Supercross.